Hi friends, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener and welcome to my garden. I'm a garden in zone 7B. If you're new to the channel, I'm so glad you're here. We are getting a break in the cold weather. Can you tell how excited I am? It's in the 40s today. There's a little breeze, but oh my gosh, the sun is out. It's a little overcast, but I'll take it. It is gonna warm up throughout the week. So I decided to jump out and tackle some really ugly projects. So a week or so ago, I shared a video all about my shade garden ideas for this year. And number one on the list was tackling this kind of ugly spot in my shade garden. So you see it as you turn the corner in the shade garden, and it probably looks its worst right now, but it's a spot that I just am not able to maintain the way I want. So I want this space to complement the shade garden. I want more greenery, and I want it to be really useful. I'm a small garden, so every square foot is important to me. And that's what I've learned as I've gardened in a small garden space. I don't have the luxury to have a mess like this. So what we're gonna do today is first step of this project is to just clean this out. I'm gonna make a Goodwill pile, I'm gonna make a I wanna save it pile, and I'm just gonna put things back where they go. So I'm gonna fast forward that. Hopefully you enjoy seeing just a little bit of cleanup. And then what I'm gonna do is I need to clean up this little hallway. I'll show you that space now. So today's about looking at all the uglies before we make them beautiful. So I also have back here some dead ferns. So I'm gonna get all of those taken down as well. There's the sunshine. Now, I have not decided exactly what I'm gonna do with this space. I still have a couple ideas, but I need to get in here and measure. And to do that, I needed to clean it out. And I think once it's cleaned out, that's gonna help me think about it. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you my two ideas and you can let me know what you think, because I'm not gonna decide on either yet. This is gonna be a long-term or longer-term project. I'm hoping to have a decision made, of course, before spring. All right, let me show you this other area. So when we added our shed here, I decided I wanted a nice little privacy border to our back. So we just had a guy do a little fence, and I said I just wanted it to kind of come around, really to just kind of give this section a little bit of feeling like a garden room. But I didn't want to deal with a gate, and so we just made a little walkway. So there's just a little walkway through here. It's narrow. My cart will fit through. But what happens is everything gets cluttered. There's my broom. I was looking for that earlier. And this winter, we just kind of dumped back here. Now, because I took over our little shed, we had to get one of these Rubbermaid sheds for all the garden things. But you can see, let me walk through. So you can see there's actually plenty of space for me to put that little workbench right here. I think what it will do is it's a space that I can store some of my plastic containers, my buckets under. I can store my dirt, and then I can just use it to put my tools at the end of the gardening day. Now, what I want to do on this back wall is I want to get a strip where I can hang up my shovels and tools during the growing season. These should actually be in the shed, so we'll put those up today. But it'll give me a place to hang those. So that's what I'm envisioning. This will become, it needs to be remulched, may add some stepping stones, really a workspace for the garden where we can come and find the items that we want. Also during the growing season, I could put on that table my fertilizers that I use all the time. So let me show you the view of this space. So you can see as you walk through the shade garden, there's my beautiful table. You just see this eyesore. And I'm a small garden, so I want to maximize every square footage for things that support plants or have plants. And I want to make it more lush back in this back area. So I've got lots of ideas. And first thing though is we've got to get it cleaned up. So let's get started with the cleanup. We're gonna try to get it moved, and then we can see what we think of this new space and what to do with it. Okay, so step one of the cleanup is done. That took about 15-20 minutes. So what I've done is I went ahead and put the containers that I want to keep on my table. And since it's going to be warm this week, I'm going to try to get these all washed up. What I'm going to be doing is putting my terracotta inside the flower shed on the bottom shelf. So if you've watched my flower shed videos, I'm going to move these indoors, which will protect them. They also make them accessible when I need them. So I'm going to be moving those indoors. And my collection has severely depleted, especially of smaller pots. A lot have gotten broken. So if you can store them indoors, it does help. I have a few little containers here, some tools and some other containers. I'm trying to decide. This one really probably, it is frost free. I think I'm going to take that one to Goodwill. My mom had it. I just don't use that outside. I love this container. I've used it for all kinds of things. It's like a terracotta with a coating on it. So not too much that has to find a home, but it's going to find it in the flower shed. I'm kind of tackling my shed that you'll see in a video and this area during the same time frame because it's gotten so warm and sunny, as you can see. All right, so part two, I'm going to go ahead and move to this space. This should just take a minute. I'm just going to try to get all these items put where they belong, and then we'll see if we can get the garden table moved. So let's see if we can wrap this up. Now, if you're looking in this shed, yes, it needs to be cleaned out. My husband and son have been putting car parts in because he's been working on an old car. But I'm going to try to squeeze the shovels in, and then we'll get to that this spring. The soil is frozen, but it's going to warm up this week, so I'll come back and watch that. But that helps get rid of 2 bags of soil. All right, I think I'm going to love this. On camera, it may look really tight, but I think just maximizing the space I have, using the things I already have, I think it'll be perfect. So as we walk through, here's the shade garden. It is such a gorgeous, gorgeous day. All right, now I do have some storage things that I need to move, just a few, but now you can really see this space. So I want to measure it. I think it's about 8 feet, and I want to measure how far out I can. Now, I talked about in my last video, these rhododendrons are not super hardy and they have been on the struggle bus. So I can always try to give this one to a neighbor or someone on Facebook Marketplace, but I do think, depending on what I do back here, I may have to get rid of that one. I also want to try to get these ferns down, so we're going to do that before we finish today. All right, so let me tell you about my ideas for this space. So my first and probably simplest idea is I would leave the rhododendrons and I would come in and I wanted to add a tree in this back corner. I think I mentioned that before. So I would get a really large container and get some greenery going up at the top. So that is one thing that I'd like to do. Then on this wall, needs to be cleaned and power washed, I would do some type of vertical garden. So whether it's some containers that I fill with plants, a garden wall, I'm not sure, but I just want to make it more lush and beautiful back here in the shade garden. I could also even do 2 trees, so maybe one on the corner that's growing kind of leaning over. You know, lots of options as far as plant material. So that would be one option that's pretty easy. So the other idea I had would be to move my table here, the picnic table. So the picnic table would fit perfectly. You'd have a bench on either side, and then I still would need to do something decorative above it. So I could get some ironwork. I just would want to make it prettier. I could also do some lights, but it would really just be kind of a living room space right here, a dining space in this shade garden area. I use this table a lot for workshops, and I use it for potting and just all kinds of projects. So if being in this corner would be just fine. So that's another option. Now, if I moved the table, then you can see that opens up all this space. And what I've been really wanting is a small greenhouse. And so I can't add on to the existing shed. I don't have anywhere else in my garden for a greenhouse. And you can see in the winter on sunny days, this area is actually full sun. Now, there are some pine trees and a maple that I can trim up a little, and I would get even more sun in this space. Now, in the summer, you're not growing in a greenhouse as much as you are in winter and spring. So in summer, of course, this space would just be a nice spot. It probably wouldn't get too hot, but I think it could be a nice spot for a greenhouse because, again, you don't need it. You don't really need it in the summertime. So it is the largest spot on my property where I could put a small greenhouse. So I would have the small greenhouse and then a little dining area. So that is option number 2. I could also do a combination of any of these. So my third option that I've been considering would be to do a lean-to greenhouse right here. So with a lean-to, it's going to come out, it's just one-sided. It's going to come out about 4 feet, and it definitely would fill this whole corner. They've got some that are trimmed in black, and they're just big enough at 4 feet for seedlings, and that's primarily what I would use it for. I could overwinter some plants as long as I had it heated. I'm not sure that I would do that since I have my basement space, but I could put some things in there like sedum or maybe some, like right now I have some boxwoods that I didn't get to plant. I could put them in there because they'd be protected. So the lean-to greenhouse is a great option because it would fit that space. Again, it would come out about 4 feet, so I would still have to get rid of the rhododendron. Now, I wouldn't be able to put a tree in the back, so it's really adding structure, not greenery, which is why I'm not sure about it. So regardless, we've got this spot to work with. I'm excited to think about it. And let me know in the comments which one you would choose. Okay, everybody. Well, phase 1 of this project also got complete. I've actually got a couple projects that I'm working through. But today, I thought I would just bring you along to show you what I've started with the space. Getting it cleaned up feels really good. I'm gonna go move all these remaining items out of the way. And so I've learned so much having a small garden and feeling okay to make adjustments as you go to really maximize, again, every square footage. So this space is gonna be really, really changed up for the new year. I'm so excited about it. So this was step one. Please let me know in the comments, what option would you go with? Thanks so much for being here.